Are you new to DC and are you an international student? Are you new to DC and are you an international student? This is your one-stop shop, one-stop spot for all things DC. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. It's not an easy feat to decide that you want to watch me because my channel is very quiet and I like it because it's something different. But welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about DC housing as an international student. Sit tight and enjoy and grab your popcorn. If you are new to DC, okay, great. So if you're new to DC, one of the first things you should know is that housing is expensive. I have highlighted that in a video where I spoke about like what things international students should know. But one thing you should also know is that outside housing being expensive, if you decide to share an apartment, then you would have to take a lot of time to find the right one. This is my advice. As an international student, you want to look for housing that is in close proximity to your school for various reasons. The snow in DC, the weather in DC is very, they call it an inclement weather. It's very up here. And on days where you have inclement weather, your school may cancel. But also you want to be close to campus because there might be urgent needs that you need to carry out, or assignments you need to submit, or some last minute things, and you just want to be able to dash in and out with foot by your leg, with your leg. So one of the good things that saved me when I was at Georgetown was that I was able to find a basement apartment. I shared it with someone else, an international student also. No, not an international student. Someone who was like a first-gen immigrant. And I was able to find like, it was literally 8 minutes walk to campus. And I think that saved me a lot of mental stress, because one thing you don't want to worry about is like living so far away from school because you're trying to save cost, and then realizing that you have to be paying transport from your house or from your location to school, and that can be very stressful. So what would I advise you to do? I know it's people want to live by themselves, it's so enjoyable, it's so fun, but as an international student, if you cannot afford it, it would be nice. I always advise you should either get a basement space. Basements are really wide here in DC, and some basements literally come with its own furnishing, like gas cooker, its own personalized kitchen, a parlor, and all of those extraness. A basement is almost like a reflection or mirrors the same way the upstairs apartment is, only that in this case you have like either one room or two rooms, but the other amenities are provided. So find a basement room. Sometimes you may be lucky to find basements that have two rooms and would cost way less than you would if you're going to move into a personalized room in a town hall upstairs. So always look out for basement rooms. They are the cheapest way to either living like having your own room, or sharing a room that is wide enough but does not feel like invasive. Secondly, find the right channels before you move. Like, ask your school students, if like on Facebook groups, if there is a WhatsApp chat group that you can join in, and once you do that, you're able to have like access to people who are either moving, who are looking for roommates to pair with, and have like furniture that they can hand out, sometimes free and sometimes bought at a very discounted rate. I didn't have that opportunity because when I moved to the apartment I moved into, thankfully it was furnished, so all I had to do then was just get a blanket and a table desk for studying, but every other thing was already there. I didn't need much at that point in my life, not now that if I'm moving I need like a U-Haul. Then moving was just one car, and my cousin brother was so thoughtful to always help me move from one place to another. But yeah, remember I said join your WhatsApp group. Another thing is, if you're moving from out of state into the country and you are on these Facebook groups, I mean, you should know better not to pay for a house before you arrive the country. No matter how urgent it is, the worst that can happen is, I will tell you this is what I did. I literally stayed in a DC hostel, which cost me I think $50 per night. Yes, $50 per night. Yeah, $50, around $50 per night. I spent a week in a DC hostel, sorry, and that gave me time to be able to look for housing that I was going to move into. And prior to that I didn't have a house. So if you move into DC, you may want to either just binge with a family friend or use the hostel option and find an apartment that you can approve of, because it's either you're struggling with the toilet, or you're struggling with the living room, or you're struggling with how tiny the space is. If there is one thing I have learned, is that the houses that you see via picture are not reflective, or do not reflect how a room looks. You have to go and see it with your two, in Nigeria we say koro eyes. You have to go and see it with your two naked eyes, and once you've seen it with your two eyes, and you can confirm that you like the place, then you move in. Also, there is always room for negotiation. You can always negotiate prices. There are wonderful landlords. It's never hard to try. If someone says, oh, you're going to pay like $900 for a shared space, you can say, oh, since I don't have a private bathroom, please can we negotiate to $750? And people are pretty understanding, especially when you're a student. So ask, negotiate. Always, like, I found out that by asking questions or asking, oh, can I actually get a reduced rate, the worst that can happen is someone saying no. But if you ask and you get it, that is a win for you. What other thing? I would advise that earlier on get a driver's license, because as you get comfortable as an international student, you want to now be able to live by yourself, get your own apartment. And moving with an Uber would probably cost you like how much? $200, because if you're moving a lot of stuff. But if you have a driver's license, you're able to rent a U-Haul for like $19 and at most $30 to move your things in one go, and in an hour just move your things and you're good to go. So that is my advice. I didn't number them, but like a really quick recap: get a driver's license for a U-Haul, always negotiate prices, see buildings with your eyes. Getting a basement is always a better way to getting a cheaper apartment. And yeah, join WhatsApp groups or social media groups where you have most of your classmates and peers, because it's very helpful. That would be very helpful for you when you need to get items at a discounted price. So if you really liked this video, share it. What did I say? Share it. Share it with your colleagues and your peers. And till next we see. Bye.